Brock here again for another Boogie Woogie tutorial. Today we are going to take on the riff that started the whole Boogie Woogie craze. It's Pinetop's Boogie Woogie, and we're going to play this. Sounds pretty cool. If you've tried to learn this before, don't be dismayed. I'm going to show you it in a way that brings the left hand and the right hand together a little bit easier than playing the full Pinetop Smith left hand, which is quite complicated, and trying to get all the right hand changes going at the same time. So we'll do a little bit of simplifying on the left hand. So first of all, let's show you what the right hand riff goes like. This is the C part. So start on the D, and then we go up to this C and the E together, and then we jump down, so in a minute we're going to add an extra note in, but just do this for now. See how it comes down in thirds? You see how I'm using the thumb there in the middle now, so then a thumb, so we play two together, then we have the anchor thumb, and then we play two more. So take it right back slowly if you need to. It's important to get this fingering right on the thumb, finger, thumb again. Then you can stretch. It's not too much of a stretch then. It's just an octave. Fingering again helps, those awkward ones. You'll see that when I play I probably use different fingering every time, but when you're learning it's good to stick to the same fingering. Having jumped there. I advocate doing a jump there because then that brings it back into the range for this thumb. That's a comfortable. So if you want to play something in the left hand while you're learning this, rather than do the full, now if you've already learnt a left hand, something like and you're confident improvising or playing over the top of that, then use that one. If you've learnt something like the chop. If you haven't learnt a left hand at all, and you're maybe new to Boogie Woogie, maybe coming from more classical music or a different sort of piano playing, then probably want to just play something like this. And you're playing just the C note and then this little power chord here. So I'll show you where those changes come. Trust me, if you play it slowly at this speed for quite a while, or even a little bit slower than this, you will get there and your fingers will find a muscle memory and you won't need to even look at them. If you can find you can talk over it, you've really done well, because that's the hardest thing. And I haven't quite mastered that yet, so I have to stop and talk and then do a bit of playing. Okay, so we'll probably then try just putting that, I'll show you where the notes change if you're playing the proper boo. You can see how complicated that is. If you haven't already learnt this one, then probably go to my Boogie Woogie left hands tutorial and pick it up from there. Just slow it down in the video, that was probably the best way. It's better to do that than to... Better to slow it down in the video than to actually show you wrong. So when you've actually got that going, or you're doing that, or you're doing that, Another easy one actually is this one. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? And it's one of the easier bass lines to actually remember to play. So it's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So when you've mastered that, whichever left hand you're using, let's move up to the F.
So tell me what you think of love. Did I make you smile? Did you stay a while? Did you hit subscribe? Come on, don't be shy, 'cause if you ring my bell, you can always tell the second I release a new tutorial. But if you snooze, you lose a chance to play some Boogie Woogie blues.
So being a 12 bar, there's a C, then there's an F. 12 bar and C. This time, it's... Sometimes I just hit the single note, but that's fine. Obviously it's going to sound better if you can hit the third very quickly there. So we're going on the, even though it's the F chord, we start on the G. Just this little chromatic, which just means a single step up. That's the note we're aiming for, so that's the note with all the emphasis, and this comes in before the left hand. That's how we start on 1. And 1, and 2, and... Is that cool or what? That is fantastic. I hope you're keeping up with that. If not, just slow it down again, take it right back. Now you might just be able to sit on the C the first time you play it, and you might want to just bookmark this tutorial or subscribe to the channel so you can get easy access. That would be my advice. But if you can do that, if you just come back to it the following day or a few hours later, committed a little bit into that muscle memory, and that'll be all you need really to... Now it takes a while depending on how competent you are on the piano. I started the piano coming from the guitar with no experience whatsoever, and it took me about 6 months to learn Boogie Woogie Stomp, which is a really difficult piece, but very similar to this. That for simplicity, can you? Just... I think we can put the extra notes in, can't we? You'll find it's the jumps from the F down to the C that are quite hard. It's there. You might want to start, hold down the F and go, because that's what the jump you've got to do. So you find the D with the F held down. So you're up in the F. You've got to first find the D, and then you can go and get the C and the E together. You shouldn't need to look at your thumb for the E, because you're in position there, really. You can do that with your eyes closed. Promise. Try it. You shouldn't be looking at that now. If you found your thumb on there, it's instincts. Get that into your muscle memory, and then you can do that jump. Straight down to that C. And even when you're playing the more complicated left hand, you're still going to come onto the C. The C is the root note, so you're going to want to do that. That's the G. Notice how the G starts on the A, of course. So still playing an octave, but there's no flats this time. So it's probably a little bit easier. But now, of course, you've learnt the C and the F positions, which have got the flat or the sharp note. Okay, whatever left hand you use, it doesn't matter. You can go. Go back up to the F. Just switch between them like this. Sorry, I forgot I was doing the simple bass line. Practice the jump down. Remember those first two notes don't have anything playing with them. It's I did actually just hit the one C there, just to help me change chord, and then ready to move on to the next stage. There's only one section left, and that's up to the G. So we're starting the G on the A note, just as we started the C on the D note, the F on the G G note, so we're starting the G on the A note. Now there's no flats or sharps in this bit, so you see what I'm doing there? Use the anchor. Right, so now I said I'd show you some embellishments at the start, so rather than starting on this, we can go just an extra note in there. And then it starts from here. So if you're sitting there all smug and thinking you can play that already, then here's a variation which is incredibly hard to play, but very rewarding. You can see how it's down in chromatic thirds. I don't actually do much more than that for that one, because you're only on it for 2 bars. That's the embellish part. Okay, I hope there's enough there to, for the more experienced players, should be able to pick that out from what I've done. So it's okay, whether you're a beginner or you're an intermediate player, thank you for watching this tutorial on Pinetop's Boogie Woogie. This is absolutely the killer riff. This is the Boogie Woogie riff of all time. If you can master this, you can play Boogie Woogie. It's as simple as that. Doesn't matter about which left hand you use, no problem. If you can get that right hand riff going, that's what everybody associates with Boogie Woogie. So keep practicing, go slow, and build it up slowly over time. If you've enjoyed this video and would you like to consider subscribing to the channel, that would be great. Your support would be very much appreciated, and that will encourage me to make more of these Boogie Woogie videos and get them out there into the community. Let's get the whole world Boogie Woogieing. Cheers. See you for now.